Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for October 2020. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those who are intuitively guided to the channel. You may not know we even have Sagittarius in your chart. Welcome. You may be cross-checking on a Sagittarius. I hope you hear what you want to hear. So whatever brought you to the reading, I just want to welcome you. I want to thank you for choosing my video. I would recommend, if you invest, let's say, I don't know how long the reading is going to be, but I have no problem putting out a long reading, as many of you know. So I feel like if you invest in half the reading, you definitely want to listen to the end because, this is not just about, our readings aren't just about where you're at, what's going on. You already know that. This is about trying to find solutions for you, guidance for you. Open to spirit to bring in messages for you. So it's not just about telling you where you are, where you've been, but also to help you with your choices, your decisions moving forward. So you want to just relax, right? Relax the mind and just kind of go with the flow. Feel free to ask for signs of confirmation from your guides, a letter, a number, a color, a name. There's many times I say things, I really don't even know why I'm saying them, but I've learned through the years to say them anyway because they relate to you. It's some type of confirmation, so I'm completely open to the energy. So you also want to be open to the energy. We are going to start October with our major arcanas. We're going to take 3 or whatever wants to come out, but hopefully 3. I'm shooting for 3, but I am going to let them kind of come out on their own. And then what we'll do is we'll add a couple more decks in to really bring you clarity in what it is you want to hear, but also what you may need to hear, only to benefit, by the way. Sometimes it's hard to hear certain things, but when we take it on and we're willing to walk through it, it promises to give you a much better outcome, I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. My younger brother is a Sagittarius, Sean, and he really is one of the kindest people I know. He has devoted a lot of his life to serving others, and he's also very active, very active. The kind where the lake is always moving, and he has to go out for a run to burn off that excess energy. I've always been jealous, why wasn't I born with that type of energy? But it's just what I love about Sagittarius. You have fire, but you are the sign that, I don't know, I just feel like you have no problem putting others before yourself. And I mean that in a, how do I mean that? Well, I guess it can go both ways. I was going to say I mean that in a very positive way. But I guess, wherever there's light, there's dark, right? Wherever there's dark, there's light. We always have our opposites. So that may be something you want to, keep an eye on. Am I giving too much and not receiving back? We have the Hierophant, Heart of Taurus. The Hierophant is about your belief system. Sometimes it's a reminder. It asks you to remember your belief system. We'll see why. Definitely looking towards the future. We have Temperance, which I always love in a reading. It's your card. Card is Sagittarius. We have the Sun, so we are taking more than 3. That's okay. We have the Hangman, and we have the Moon. So we have the Sun right in the center, which is beautiful. If nothing else, that's illumination. That is, it usually the energy of moving into happier times, happy times when your inner child really comes out to play. So we have the Hierophant. So, it's something about remembering your belief system because the moon's on the other side of that. So certain things may not be clear to you. And with the Hangman here, right before that moon, um, you know, this is you. The Hangman is a self-created energy. It's not the universe doing something to us. It's not our guides. It's us. And many times it's energy where we kind of halt ourselves. We don't want to move forward. We're not ready to move forward. Why? Well, it looks to me like because certain things have been unclear. But the Sun right in the middle again, whatever's hidden within the moon energy will be revealed to you. Not only will it be revealed, but I feel like the universe is right with you, saying, something had to be put on hold, let's say, because the timing wasn't right, the energy wasn't right. But now we're moving into that energy. So Temperance, and I feel like for a few of you, whatever the energy of the moon, which is the card of Pisces, by the way, but also the ruler of Cancer. But I don't really look at the major arcanas as people. It's more the energy. So I feel like, again, whatever was hidden, whatever was unclear to you, whatever has been holding you still, let's say. Temperance comes into the reading and also talks about timing, divine timing, the right time. It's the energy of putting you at the right place at the right time. With the Hierophant, she's looking right at the Hierophant. So, for some, this is about getting your belief system in check. Sometimes it can be the energy of making sure that you are serving yourself also. So, divine timing, divine order. Almost when I see Temperance, I feel personally like if I'm doing a reading for me and Temperance comes out, I can let go. I can, it's about not trying to control the situation and really going with the flow. But anyway, nonetheless, whatever has been hidden, I feel like it's coming to the light, which is, again, putting you in that Sun energy. So it's about your inner child coming out. I've seen the twin there. For some of you, that can certainly mean that. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep the flow going. So we're going to bring in our next deck, which is really like the meat and potatoes of the reading. And then we'll bring out the clarifiers. I really love that you have the Sun right in the middle. It's funny, you got the Sun and the Moon. And then I'm seeing like the mirror image here. So for some of you, you may be connected to a twin flame, or literally a twin. Like a brother, sister type energy. See the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I like that. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, coming right under the Hierophant energy of Taurus. We have the King of Pentacles. Look at this. We have the Queen and the King of the same suit, coming right under Temperance. So if this is talking about a partnership, or, just how I saw the sun and the moon and the twins, if this is talking about love, and it doesn't have to be love, by the way. You know, not all twins are lovers. So we have to keep that in mind also. We have the Two Swords. This brings up a question of should I, shouldn't I? Look at this. We have the Hangman coming under the Hangman. So we talk about two people who have put something on hold, and then we have the Devil, card of Capricorn. So we have Taurus and we have Capricorn relating to Earth so far. I don't want you to get hung up on that, though, because I feel like, many times I don't read them as like a certain sign. I'm reading the energy of the cards themselves. So I love that we have the Queen and the King side by side. Because I feel like this is meant to be, with Temperance above that. And the Hierophant. But nonetheless, what comes out next is a question of, do I continue to hold myself back, or do I go forward? Some of you may be wondering about someone, like, is this person, is this someone that's meant to be? And we'll see. But it could, so far it kind of feels that way. But, truly, is it meant to be? And something else I want to say too, with all this energy of time on the board, Temperance really directs us to the perfect time at the perfect place, and that we can trust in. So she's got a direct hand in this couple here. Now, you, on the other hand, are someone in your head, okay? Or they are. But I kind of feel like this is mirroring energy. So I feel like, especially with the two hangmans, like whatever you're doing, they're doing, but probably separately. Even though they are together here, so who knows? And, some of you may be wondering if this is anyone of the past. There may be something that they themselves needed to overcome, needed to be realistic with themselves, because I'm feeling the energy of perhaps, I don't want to say drinking, because I don't know, but I do feel like being tied to a lower type energy, but I'm kind of feeling of the past, because I feel like someone is not sure if someone has truly, let's say, changed, truly become aware of some of this energy that they had. Have they transformed themselves? Because there's a lot of like stalled energy. But even with that, Temperance seems to me right now, with the sun right next to it, no matter what, I feel like I can overcome. I can overcome anything here. Let's keep going. Let's take one more row, I think. Look at this Chariot. Beautiful. Card of Cancer. It's a card of movement. It is movement once I find this balance within myself. Many times it's the masculine and the feminine within ourselves. It is, the lower and the higher type energy. It's finding that true balance within yourself. We all have, we're all mixed of everything. And, I just feel like, okay, well, anyway, I'm getting something else while I'm trying to talk about this. Something else is coming in also. That's what I feel for a few of you. I feel like this couple here, I do feel like they were together before. And I do feel like there were problems within that. Now, that could have been because, sometimes we meet someone and they may spark something within us, and they stay in our minds or what have you. But there's just resistance. It just feels like you're walking through mud to make something work. Well, sometimes it's just not the right time because I do feel the energy of someone needing to be aware of the lower type energy that they brought to the table. Have they cleared it? Or if it's you, have you cleared it? Because the hangman, I feel like, is a definite wait. Like I'm not moving forward until I know. But the Two of Swords is also that question. But it's that question of, sometimes I, it's like I want the answer, but I'm afraid of the answer at the same time. She's got a blindfold on. You have the moon here. So a lot seems to have been hidden from you. And it may be talking about if this is a relationship, whether it be love or just, family or what have you. Um, what has been hidden? It's funny. I'm seeing the moon, and I'm also seeing the eclipse, an eclipse, which feels like it transforms. Well, it must because we do have the chariot down here too, which that's what I was talking about, which is positive movement forward. I feel like the chariot, when it shows up, you can really take this anywhere you want. You can take it to the highest of energy, um, or you can crash and burn. It's really up to the one who is controlling the chariot. But with the Hierophant above it, I feel like this is really really balanced energy. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Star, card of Aquarius. Is this person the one of my dreams? Is this truly the one for me? I see the Five of Swords here, so I see that at one time there was movement away. It's coming under the King. There was movement away, but I also want to say this can talk about this King also needing, I say needing, but did he need to move into this type of energy? I feel like this king may have really had to look at himself. I'm saying him, can be her too, but had to look at themselves, had to be aware of themselves, and I do feel like there were some changes that needed to happen for this person to truly be all that he can be in a relationship. I love that I have the star. I mean, first of all, we have the sun, the moon, and the stars. That's kind of beautiful, right? But this is about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. Well, hello, Four of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and look at that, the Two of Cups. Let's move this up a little bit. I feel like taking and finishing this line out, so we'll keep going. Energy is quite beautiful here. So you have the star. This is again about your hopes, your dreams, what you want to bring to fruition. It's funny because the Two Swords is above that, the blindfold. Maybe I don't know how. Maybe I didn't know how to go about something, how to present something, or even if it's about a relationship, how to bring it to the highest of energy. The sun, whatever that blindfold's on for, the sun is going to shine right through that. So it's going to reveal something important to you that I feel like, number one, is going to help you get out of your head. And if it's anything to do with the past, um, I mean, let's face it. I feel like this is what you want. because right next to the star is the Four of Wands. Well, that's the marriage card. The Hangman is above that. So, somebody is like, Sandy, will you marry me? Don't know. Don't know. I don't know. I want to make sure that the energy is of the highest that it can be between us. The Four of Wands is here. So it is what I want. But in the same breath, I want to make sure that it's right. I want to make sure that it's going to fit into my lifestyle, that it's going to serve me at the same time. And this isn't about being selfish. This is about being real, right? I want to see things for what they truly are. I don't want to put, I don't know. I want to see things for what they really are. I want all to be revealed. This can talk about someone's true intention, but I have to say, with two hangmans connected to each other, and this couple over here, I feel like again mirroring energy. But nonetheless, I feel like this is talking about the potential of a true commitment here. I really feel like there's a great potential. Um, But, in the same breath, I want to say it's going to depend on how both these people look at it. Does the sun come out and reveal everything that needs to be revealed? Is someone who maybe was in lower type energy, have they transformed from that energy? These are the kind of questions I feel like you're asking yourself. However, then we come down here and we have the Two of Cups. So we know we have soulmate energy here. And when I say soulmate energy, it can still be twin flames, but I feel like, more than one lifetime. When I leave this earth, they will be there, or I will be there for them, with the rest of my soul family. But this feels like it has the potential of a really special connection, especially with Temperance kind of directing it all. All right, let's get our last cards out here. And then we'll bring the clarifiers out and go as deep as we can. We have the Empress. I was going to say we have the Empress again, but this is really the first time I'm seeing her. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Fool. So first of all, I love seeing the Fool coming into the Four of Wands, but also these hangmen. So whatever, again, was stalling, let's say, the situation, whatever had put it on hold, the timing seems to now be right. Excuse me one second. Okay, sorry about that. I had a knock on the door. So anyways, we have the Fool here, and I feel like whatever was hanging us up in the hangman, this is about now having movement forward. The Fool tells you that to really benefit the most I can from, let's say it's a partnership, there's love. We can't help but say that there's love. Whatever is going to benefit you the most, the Fool says you want to come to the table with clear energy, the highest energy that you can muster, that type of thing. What does that mean? That means that you're not dragging the past. First of all, I feel like if there's anything I need to worry about relating to someone else, or even relating to myself, whether I'm ready for this, whether this is right or this is wrong, because I do feel like some are asking themselves that question. Am I meant to be with this person? And if I am, why didn't it come together back then? I just don't feel like everyone was ready back then. I feel like the love was there. I feel like there probably was a commitment there. But I do feel like that commitment fell apart. But nonetheless, I feel like still that level of love was there. So, and sometimes I do feel like it's simply not the right time. And what does that mean? That means that there's something that was important for you to develop on your own. There was something important, both of you have the hangman. And plus you have all these two. So it is about partnership, but at the right time, with the right person type of thing. So if you have questions, first of all, this is very like-minded energy between these two people. So both of you may have been earlier in energy where it could have just been a lot of resistance, a lot of, started with this commitment, and then it kind of went downhill, um, one wasn't ready or both weren't ready because there was something that you needed to bring into your life and they needed to bring into their life. So Temperance says, now that you both have done that, the timing feels right. Okay, let's get our last card. I see the Fool's looking right at that Nine of Swords. That Nine of Swords is about unnecessary worry. But nonetheless, that worry is there. It's all swords right here, by the way. So, I just got to be careful that I'm not so much in my mind. If I'm in the Nine of Swords energy, that really means I have not cleared energy of the past. How do I clear energy? I need to look at it. I need to understand it for what it really was. Not sometimes our mind will tell us one thing. People can hurt us and they don't intentionally mean to hurt us. It's just something within them has not, what's the word I want to say? Grown, has not come into balance. So, they can act childish. They can hurt us. What's that saying? You always hurt the one you love. Anyway, so this Fool is looking at the Nine of Swords, but its main message is this worry that you have. You really don't need to carry it around, and if you are carrying it around, then maybe you need to be real with yourself also. Because the moon and the sun, again, whatever was hidden from you, and that can be like, why did something happen that way? Why didn't it turn out the way I wanted to back then? There's always a reason. Okay, anyway, let's get our last card. We have Cancer. I think I said that, but we also have Aquarius. I don't know if I said that. We have the Queen of Wands. So potentially this is your energy, Sagittarius, another Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. We have a lot of Leo energy. And the Ace of Wands comes out with this Queen. So I kind of love that. And when I see this Queen, I always see the black cat. And it just makes me feel like this Queen is turned to her intuition. She's out of her head. She is trusting her intuition. Fire is about movement, right? Movement forward. And here's the Ace of Wands just to back that up. What we want to remember about aces is they are the potential. So I have the potential of really bringing this together, right? But I have to be the one who reaches out and grabs this ace, grabs this wand. But I kind of feel like you do. It feels like it's traveling backwards. So, I feel like if you're interested in someone or someone's interested in you, because, this can be the other way. You may be the one who, in some way, I don't want to say hurt, but probably, um, someone else. And they need to have this reflection over why. Because again, I just feel like if there was prior pain, and there probably was, because there was a split up, um, it may have felt personal. Like some of the things that were done within it may have felt personal, but I kind of feel like they weren't. I feel like it was more of a sign of immaturity. Someone just wasn't quite where they wanted to be. You know, the Four of Wands is the marriage card, and it's coming after the Hangman, attached to this Fool. So, well, with your hope right next to it. Okay, let's bring the clarifiers out because we have a lot of cards. We have the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck too. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. She's the queen, though, who loves to be in love. She prefers to be in love. She doesn't have to be in love. When I see the Queen of Cups, I think that this is the energy. Look at that Ace of Wands on the bottom of this deck. So you're getting a lot of mirroring energy, by the way. Anyway, I feel like the Queen of Cups in the upright is someone who is very open to love also. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. You know, I'm looking at the Hangman, the first Hangman, looking at the moon, and I really feel it's the energy of, you know, I don't want to move forward until all was revealed to me. Well, it will be revealed. You know, I'm just going to hold myself still until I figure this out. Another moon. Another moon. Two of Swords. The Death card. Card of Scorpio. You know, it's funny because the Sun is about a rebirth also. You know, it's about moving into happier times, much lighter, airier times, much more laughing and joy, that type of thing. The Death card, for some of you, it's probably Scorpio, but for others, this is about transforming, right? And this is the energy I was feeling earlier. But we have the Two of Swords attached to that. So Temperance feels like it's coming out to help direct this for you, to help move you through it. Prince of Cups. So this prince brings in this cup. He's delivering this cup to someone. Perhaps he's the one who needed this transformation. But maybe you both did, right? Because we have a lot of twos, a lot of mirroring energy. I feel like there's someone out there, it's like a double Pisces. We have the Eight of Cups. Let's get one more for up top. So, you know, the Eight of Cups, first of all, 8, a new beginning, right? But before we can move to that new beginning, the Eight of Cups asks us to take a moment and reflect upon the cups of our past that are knocked over, you know, that we don't have clarity in. I feel like it's important that we look at those cups. You know, it's also touching the moon, so this may, you know, it may take time. It may take time to figure it all out, to figure out why have my cups been knocked over, right? Why did someone leave me? Why do these, and this is talking emotional, this is about emotional things that need to be cleared up within your own self so that truly you can be like the Queen of Cups and that be very open to this if you so choose. You know, it's always your choice. We have the Fool, and look at this. We have the Ten of Cups. So, again, do I love the Temperance is here when we have the Fool and the Ten of Cups together? Yes, I do. So this is talking about the beginning, right? Starting at the beginning, moving into the Ten of Cups. You know, the Ten of Cups is the ultimate, um, is where we end up, so to speak. You know, has the potential of where we can take this, where we can take this relationship. But boy, does it seem important that both come to the table in the Fool's energy. The Fool is about taking a chance, right? The Fool doesn't hold himself back due to fear. No, the Fool takes a chance. You know, and the Fool was about also the beginning. So it's being willing to start at the beginning, you know, being willing to go through the energy of the Eight of Cups. It makes a lot of sense now when you see the Eight of Cups about the reflection over my past. Not always about what other people did to me, but what did I do within this energy? Did I stay too long? Did I let people walk on me? Was my self-confidence super low and then I became codependent? I want to look at myself here. Um, Also, it gives you, especially with the death card, it gives you clear answers, I feel. So if I'm even looking at someone else, I start to see it from a different perspective. Maybe we were young. Maybe we just didn't have our shit together, you know, that type of thing. So I'm seeing things for what they truly are, what they truly were. And because there's a lot of energy of being in my head too. So through that Eight of Cups, I'm going to figure that all out. I mean, look at the payoff. Look at the payoff. Even if this Ten of Cups wasn't there, you still have the Fool, which, if nothing else, it talks about how you're going to feel. You know, feeling light, feeling. I feel like taking a chance, right? I'm looking for some adventure type thing, and then it just so happens to have the Ten of Cups with the Two of Cups down here, and the Star, and the Four of Wands. So, do I think the potential is here? Absolutely. Okay, let's look at this King and Queen. Hello, Ace of Pentacles. This Ace talks about a blessing, let's say, and by the way, with the Hierophant right above it and Temperance right above it, so a blessing that comes into your physical world. This is tangible. This is something you can touch. Look at that. Now we have the Princess of Cups. So we have the Prince of Cups, which is all about bringing in this cup. It's, you know, it's an offer. It's a, you know, being asked out, that type of thing. Um, and then the Princess of Cups is about receiving unexpectedly. This is really what the Princess of Cups talks about. This is receiving some type of emotional cup that I really didn't expect, but maybe I did, right? Maybe. You know, subconsciously I expected, but at the surface level, it surprises me, but in a good way. Five of Pentacles coming over that Two of Swords and the Sun again. Guys, the Sun is like lifting the Hangman's energy. And you know why? What causes it? The Eight of Cups. The reflection over. The reflection over these past cups, my emotional life, um, you know, understanding it from a clear perspective. Anything that's been hidden is now revealed. So, and that means about yourself, but also about others. You know, it's kind of beautiful. And Five of Pentacles right before that. So the Five of Pentacles is kind of like the Tower. It's something that kind of forces your hand. It forces movement. You know, I feel like this king, and it can be the other way around, but I do feel like this king previously left. You know, for some of you, there may have been children involved. I don't know, but there could have been. But anyway, I feel like this king, in some way, I don't know, kind of like maybe left you high and dry, that type of thing. Because in the Five of Pentacles, it moves me into really uncomfortable energy. But energy is meant to be, because in the Five of Pentacles, it talks about who's coming into your life now. And it is about soul family members. You know, people who are meant to come in to help trigger you in one way or another. Really, what they're doing is help direct you to your ultimate path, because the star is below that. But I had to walk through that uncomfortable energy. You know, this is the spirit warrior. The spirit warrior. So, you know, the warrior says that I've had battles, right? But ultimately, I can surpass them. Especially with the sun right next to that. So I do feel like we have people who were together before, who may be coming back together again. And I know I get this all the time in my reading, but it's just a fact. Of course, it can be past lives, but I have to say, for some of you, I definitely feel that there was a connection this lifetime, and someone did walk away, and it did leave someone else in an uncomfortable type energy. But I feel like the spark probably has never died. Even if both of us went off and married other people, I feel like that spark remained. That hope remained. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Devil. So interesting. We have the Devil followed by the Devil. And Temperance. Wow. I feel like there could have been two Sagittariuses together also. And then we have Sagittarius with Capricorn. We have Sagittarius with Cancer. We have Capricorn and Cancer. It's just everywhere. We have the nine. Let's go back up for a second. We have the Nine of Wands that came over the Devil, but also attached to the Fool and the Ten of Cups. So the Nine of Wands talks about um, our past and our ability to overcome, but overcome with a lot of wisdom. So when we take the time to reflect about how we've grown, because this is really, you know, nine is about an independent type energy. So it's looking at oneself and seeing how you have grown. A lot of people, or a lot of cards, depict the Nine of Wands where you'll see someone who's very muscular. It didn't happen overnight, right? This talks about, just think about how long it takes you to really truly build a physique. It's saying whatever effort you put into it will remain with you. Turns into wisdom, I feel. Um, so the nine is, again, reflection. Why am I reflecting? I'm reflecting so I can put something to bed, put it to an end. So I don't have to keep carrying it. What I'm taking is the lesson, the wisdom, and I'm leaving the rest behind. So, you know, and sometimes it's the hardest things that we go through too. I feel like this talks about everything that was meant to be, because it truly gave you tremendous growth. It also gave them growth. Um, Nine, I feel the Nine of Wands often is past life energy too. I already know. Even if you've been together in this lifetime, I feel like many of you have been together in previous lifetimes too. And I feel like, you know, like when this life comes to an end, either I'll be waiting for them or they'll be waiting for me. We have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Temperance is kind of looking right at this king. we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is energy that can sometimes feel untrustworthy. Why? Because chances are, because of how someone or others have treated me in the past. So it puts me in this energy of having a hard time trusting again. However, and I think that is part of why the hangman was here. And that's part of why we needed to go through this reflection. If this is what we truly want, but I feel like this is really, it is. And not just that, I feel like you're just being guided together anyway. But that doesn't mean there weren't steps beforehand, right? I've got to clear that old energy. If I was with someone, let's say in my teens or my 20s, and now I'm in my 40s or my 50s, we're different people. We're different people. And we got to realize that. And then, young, when we're young like that, we're not mature yet. It takes time for everything to develop. So understand that too. Something could really not worked out back then, but the love remained. And if two people are coming to the table, willing to put in the work, willing to and have put in the work, really have reflected back. I don't know why this couldn't go forever, because I have the commitment card. Two people who want to make a commitment, and I have the Ten of Cups. But the Fool says, just be willing just to start in the beginning. Why? Why do we start in the beginning? Well, with the Seven of Swords here, coming over the Hangman, what it's telling me is, if this energy starts to pop back out, that's why I started the Fool. I don't have to rush it, right? It's not going to go anywhere if I take it slow. Why would I want to take it slow? For myself. Because when temperance is involved, right, divine timing, if there are any red flags, if I accidentally, look at Charlie, but really it's Sam, let's say, that um, my heart wants to be with, the red flags will come up. The warning will be there. The signs will be there. Queen of Wands, that's what she does. She pays attention to her intuition. So just know that, right? If you keep yourself in the present moment, if you've done the reflection, I promise you, the signs will be there. And a lot of times I feel like that's why we take it slow. Um, Even though I do feel like this is probably going to try to move quickly. But if that energy like reappears for you, take it slow. I feel like it's really the only way around it. Take it slow. Let someone show you who they are. We have the Five of Wands. I'm getting the energy of two people who, first of all, very like-minded energy. We have it all over the board. Very like-minded energy. So that can, when we have very like-minded energy, when we, let's say, get into an argument, you know how to get to someone, right? Um, and I feel like what it's talking about is a few of you can, with this person, if there were arguments, let's say, it can get very passionate, it can get very loud, that type of thing. But I feel like it's just who you two are. And, because I don't feel like that is why I shouldn't be with someone, because we can overcome that, right? It's just who we are. And it's kind of, we realize it's almost like we're two Italians, and, and we speak loudly and we use our hands, which I use my hands all the time, but I'm Irish. Um, but, I really understand that energy. But it doesn't mean, what it means is, if we've taken the time, again, to clear the energy, and the sun is here saying that this can really be a great time in your life. This is a time when you let the inner child come out, let the inner child live, be the forefront. And don't put expectations on yourself. Like if there's an argument, okay, we're done. People argue, right? People argue, and I feel like there's a lot of passion attached to that energy. So I feel like it's more about just understanding it, because maybe the fighting never goes away, but the making up afterwards comes much sooner. The realization comes much sooner, and you know, you know. All right, let's come down to the Two of Cups. We have the High Priestess. What does that tell you coming over the Two of Cups? It tells you whoever this person is. This is a soulmate. We know that. But this also tells you intuitively, Intuitively, you know who this person is. Intuitively, you know whether it's right or wrong. I don't want to say wrong because I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I was just going to say, I don't know if there's one set person. If it's a twin, perhaps there is, but nonetheless, I feel like this is a time when really getting out of the head and trusting your intuition, letting your intuition lead, just like your inner child, letting that lead. Why? So that you can truly have this full commitment, this time period of the Ten of Cups. What else we have? We have the Prince of Swords. I feel like there's a few of you who you've been feeling that this energy is going to come together. I have a feeling you're going to hear communication because the Princess of Cups is again receiving, right? Something is coming directly into your physical world. And the Prince of Swords can certainly talk about communication, how it's coming in. We have the Prince of Swords and the King of Swords. It can talk about younger energy that is now mature energy. I do feel like there's a few of you out there where I do feel like you probably had at least a child together. Maybe it's a son. We have the Queen of Cups back. Can I open my heart? We have the Queen of Pentacles coming over the Fool. And then we have the Hermit. Card of Virgo. So we have all the earth signs out. I gotta take that. And the Six of Pentacles came out with that. This is beautiful, balance type energy. This is the energy where I start to move into a much more compassionate time in my life, a much more empathetic time in my life. What brought me to this point? Well, the Hermit. So that Hermit is about reflecting, right? Think about the Hermit. Oftentimes, what takes us to the Hermit energy is the dark night of the soul. Something that happens that, dang, I just don't know, like, almost like I have to reflect upon it. I have to figure this out. This has the connection as above, so below. The Hermit is about self-reflection. But it's also about asking those big questions, to the universe, to source, to God, whoever it is that you speak to. But it's also about receiving those answers because ultimately you emerge from this energy with the lantern, and the lantern is lit. That's to help you see your way. It's to help others see their way. It doesn't show you your whole future, right? It doesn't take you the whole way to the Ten of Cups, but it reveals your steps enough. This is this is moving into the energy of really, moving into a more faithful time in your life. Maybe you were there once and something changed, but this is about moving, and it's probably both of you. Number 6, I'm thinking the 3 and the 3, the balance between two. Um, but I often feel like the Hermit is a time period. It's a period where I am, again, 9. So I feel like in the 9s, I'm by myself. I'm reflecting. I'm, I'm growing spiritually, leaps and bounds if I allow myself. All is revealed within the Hermit. And I feel like that's what Temperance was talking about with the moon, or I'm sorry, the sun. What was hidden is now revealed to you. Not just, about a person, but spiritually. Maybe you're starting to feel your own spiritual self within this energy. Because ultimately, what happens next is the Ace of Wands. So that is positive movement forward. Why? Because you feel passionate about it. It's what you want. It's you saying yes to this. Feeling ready for it, right? Definitely feeling ready for it. I feel like this is about communication coming in. And remember, it doesn't always have to be them contacting us. Sometimes we have to be the fool and we take that chance. Completely up to you. I already know some are going to be like, you don't understand. I do understand. I've been reading for such a long time. I can see all the different perspectives. But sometimes you have to allow yourself to see them too. So ultimately, this feels like a love story to me. I don't like doing love stories. I shouldn't say I don't like. I do like doing love stories. I just worry that you may not want to hear it all the time, but I can't deny what comes out either, right? I mean, love is important in our life. Um, we can live without a partner, but I don't know. I feel like having a partner in crime is really what you want. So, and I feel like, it's going to manifest itself when the timing is right. When the timing is right. But here's the two people so connected. The Princess of Cups tells me that you're receiving this cup from the prince. It couldn't be clearer. And the Ace of Pentacles right beside that. So something coming into your physical world. Again, Temperance is on both sides of what this cup is that's coming towards you. So divine timing, divine order, everything's kind of flowing. High Priestess here. Intuition. How am I going to know? How am I going to know? I got to trust my intuition. Try to stay out of my head because here is the energy of potentially overthinking. And if I overthink it, chances are I'm going to stop myself in that action. But the Fool is right next to that. And that Fool is looking back at that Nine of Swords, almost like saying, let's get out of that energy and let's take a chance and let's move towards something new, right? A new adventure. Let's see where it takes us. Ultimately, it can take you to the Ten of Cups. I can't promise you because you have free will. They have free will. And, Divine knows that. You have free will to change whatever you want to change. Um, but the energy, the potential just feels great. It feels great. Just a few issues, but all of it seems to stem from the past. I feel like if this is truly what you want, because you do have the stars, so it's about what your wishes are, but you're a little leery, the answer I feel like is to take it slow. Whatever, if there are red flags, they will be revealed. But not all red flags mean, okay, I got to get rid of the person. Sometimes the red flag is just saying, look, people, let's look at this because we can overcome this. We can figure it out together. Because I have to say, I feel like if you move forward in this, especially with soulmate energy here, I do feel like it's going to be for a lifetime. It's really up to both people, but the potential of a lifetime, I feel like, is here. And I feel like that's where I'm going to leave it. I just feel like that's where I should leave it because ultimately it's your free will, right? It's your choice, it's their choice. Um, but man, there's a lot of mirroring going on here. So, this is not just anybody. And, you could go on with your life and not take this person back and be just fine. But if you're looking for a romance, I feel like this is it. If you're looking for that love story, even if it comes with a little bit of grit, I feel like this is it. And I just feel like divine is helping to guide it, right? And that just means that I can pretty much let go of control. I'll be in the right place at the right time if I trust my intuition. But you have that Ace of Wands, again, finishing this reading with the Ten of Cups peeking out over there. So that is where I'm going to leave it. Thank you guys. I hope this resonated for you. You want to remember too, you can be watching a reading, but your energy is way back over here still. You may be in that Eight of Cups where you're deciding, do I want to reflect upon it or not? So you come back later and watch the reading, and I feel like a lot of times new answers are revealed to you, new steps are revealed to you. So use it as your tool. That's what I think tarot is. It's a tool to help you. It's just one of many tools, but it is a tool that shows the potential. And then it's up to us. So I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the ongoing support of my channel. Through your donations, through your sharing of the video, just everything, everything. I love you guys so much. Sagittarius, you're someone who should not hold yourself back. I just feel like that. For the Sagittarius I have read, I feel like, when you're in a dark night of the soul, it's easy to hold ourselves back, right? And maybe at that point, until we go into the energy of the hermit, looking for true reflection. Again, that moon, whatever was hidden, the sun is bringing it to the light. You really, I don't know, just doesn't feel like, and when I say it's bringing it to the light, it's going to bring, if there's issues with myself, it's going to bring that to the forefront too. So whatever needs to be cleared, but why? So ultimately, I can live the life that I want. My best life, let's put it that way. I can live my best life. And you are the spirit warrior. We all have had injuries of the past, and it's truly about how we reflect upon it, and then how we move out of it, keeping that wisdom, but still looking for adventure. All right, guys. I know I keep talking. I love you. Thank you again. I hope you found your answers here. And again, you may come back and it may be the perfect timing there. Remember that about readings. I put the month on there, but that to me really doesn't mean a whole lot because time is fluid and I trust my guides that my guides will help your guides direct you to this when you need it, whether it's once, twice, 3 times. The same with personal readings. I tell people who get personal readings, keep this reading for a while and keep coming back to it because new things keep coming out, and it happens all the time. So I know, I don't want to say it's a fact, but I feel like it is. All right, guys, I love you so much. Have a beautiful month. I feel like take a chance. Take a chance in love. Take a chance with me. Was that ABBA? Um, we only get to do this once. So have some fun. I mean, I had to take some real chances. Many of you know I'm with Sam now. I moved in with Sam, and took a lot for me to get to that point. But here we are. Here we are, and uh, we have little arguments, right? We have little arguments, but we overcome it so much quicker now because we are in the present moment. We have made that commitment to each other. So, and we mean it. We mean it. And I'm just saying that because I feel like some of you are kind of like following those same footsteps. So, take a chance. Live your best life. I don't know. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye bye.